Try to understand. I'm creating real world application bank account. Okay. So in bank account, I have customers, right? Bank account contain customers. Now I want to perform deposit operation 5,000 or withdraw operation 3,000 for whom? I have to perform deposit operation 5,000, withdraw operation 3,000 for whom? For customer I need to do, right? For which customer I need to do? I'm giving you 5,000 rupees, asking you to deposit. Can you go on deposit? No. Okay. So you have to specify for whom you want to deposit. Account 1 dot deposit of 5,000, account 1 dot withdraw of 3,000. Okay. So what is account 1? Account 1 is a object. So it's a customer object. Okay. So it's a customer object. Customer dot deposit of 5,000. I am performing operation for one customer. So in real life, you take any business. In every business, we are performing an operation for customer. Okay, that customer or that person or that product we have to create in the programming world. Okay, read this point. In real world, we perform every operation for one object. Then to perform the same operation in programming world for one object, first we must create that real world object in programming world. Okay. For example, you take bank account, we perform deposit withdrawal operation in real life for one customer. So we have to create that customer in the programming world and perform operation for that customer. Okay. Hope you understand this statement. Please write down. For example, in real world, in real world, in bank, we perform deposit and withdraw operation deposit and withdraw operation for a customer bank account. So in programming world also, we must perform the same operation for the same customer bank account. Hence, we must create bank account object in programming world. Completed. So did you understand all points? What is object oriented programming? In object oriented programming, what we are doing, what is the meaning of object oriented programming? What is an object? How to create object in programming world? What are the different programming elements we have? And why we must create real world object in programming world? Okay. Next Friday question. I think these points explained, but you didn't write notes. Look at here. What is meaning of object oriented programming? We must develop every program around one object and its data. Just now I told you, okay, here object is what? Bank account. Then what is this data? What is data? Bank account data. Okay, bank account data is, a balance, account number, account holder name, balance, okay, username, password. Okay, first you need to decide. Object and its data should decide. Then after operation, deposit operation, withdraw operation, and different operations we are going to decide. So that is the point we are mentioning here. We must develop every program around one object and its data. Once an object and its data is decided, then we will think about its operations and their implementation logic. Got clarity? Yeah? this style of thinking or designing a project is called object oriented programming. First you think, okay, interviewer asking a question, can you develop a program in Java? Okay, if interviewer asks a question, can you develop a program in Java? Then immediately you will get a question. You need to ask a question, for which object you want me to develop. Will you give object, or you want me to choose object? You have to ask the question. Okay. Whereas if you are attending C interview, okay, in C interview, if C programmer ask a question, okay, can you develop a program in C language? Then now immediately what you do, um, for which formula I need to develop. Okay. So what is the difference in developing a program in C and Java? In C language, our target is developing a program around one function, means one formula, because C is a structured programming or procedural oriented programming. Whereas in Java language, our target is developing a program around one object and its data. Developing an around one object and its data. Okay, that is the difference between C and Java. Okay, please write on these points. It will be helpful for you future. If completed, please let me know. SPL, where? Structured programming language. Yeah, develop a program in C language, develop a program in Java language. If somebody asks, develop a program in C language, what will you ask? You must ask for which formula. Interview ask a question, develop a program in Java. Then you should ask for which object. Okay. So in C, you must think for formula. In Java, you should think for object. Is it clear? Please make this point. Okay, next write down object characteristics. Or else, but just first you write these points and then go for object characteristics. So different programming elements, for creating different programming elements for creating real world object in programming world. For creating real world object in programming world. And their purpose. Yeah. I will explain you all these points. Okay. Learning these 8 programming elements is nothing but object oriented programming language, right? So just for timing you write, I will explain you all these points one by one. Yeah, 5 6 purpose is almost same. Block is common to all constructors. Okay, we got a sufficient background prepared. Now is the time we need to finalize the steps to create real world object in programming world. Okay. So if you want to create real world object in programming world, first we need to understand object characteristics. Take heading object characteristics. Take heading object characteristics. Look at this object student. In real life, the object student have type. This body is of what type? Student type, and it has some structure. And this object is identified in the school not only by face, by values. And this object is identified in a school by performing some operations. Every real world object contain three things. Number one, state, behavior, identity. Repeating again, state, behavior, identity. What are the characteristics of an object? Every object contain three things. Number one, state, behavior, and identity. Okay, identity is nothing but, what is an identity? Identity is nothing but a unique value. Identity is nothing but a unique value. Unique value using which we differentiate one object from another object. That is called identity. Okay. So now try to answer. Every object has three characteristics. Number one, state. State is nothing but values of the object. It is represented by variables. Behaviors. Behavior is nothing but operations of the object that is represented by methods. Number three, identity. Identity is nothing but unique value, the unique value of an object using which we differentiate one object from another object. Okay, now I have another point, try to answer. Okay, first you write this, then I will come to how to create. Okay, right now, object characteristics. Every real world object contain repeating again, object characteristics. Every real world object contain every real world object contain three characteristics. Every real world object contain three characteristics: state, behavior, identity. Down you write, state means values of the object. State means values of the object. Okay, full stop. Okay, so right now, sorry, state of the object. State is nothing but values of the object. It is represented by variables. It is represented by variables in bracket class level variables or fields. It is represented by class level variables or fields. Completed. Next, behavior means operations of the object. Behavior means operations of the object. It is represented by operations are represented by methods. Next, identity of an object. Identity means identity of the object means a unique value using which one object is differentiated from another object. One object is differentiated from another object. Next point, it is also called as hash code. Identity of the object is also called as hash code. Completed? Okay, next take heading. What an object totally contains. What an object totally contains. Identity of, okay, I'm repeating last point. Identity of the object means unique value of an object using which we can differentiate one object from another object. Full stop. Identity of the object is also called as hash code. HASH, hash, CODE, code. Identity of the object is also called hash code. Next, what an object totally contains. What an object totally contains. Okay, tell me what are the object contains. Every object contains number one type, and structure. Number one type and structure. Number two, state. Number three, behaviors. Number four, identity. Number five, individual objects, of this type. Individual objects of this type. Individual objects of this type. Next bullet point. Rahul, what are you doing? Why you are not listening? Every real world object contains type, structure. Number two, state. Number three, behaviors. Number four, identity, and number 5, individual objects of this type. Okay. Down you right. For creating real world object in programming world is nothing but creating real world object in programming world is nothing but just creating its type, nothing but just creating its type, storing its values, storing its values, comma, implementing its operations, storing its values, comma, implementing its operations, and creating individual objects and creating individual objects and creating individual objects of this type, individual objects of this type by storing by storing by storing their values, by storing their values and performing operations and performing operations individual to each object, individual to each object. Down you right. For example, for example, for example, for for creating student object, for creating student object, for creating student object, we must create, wait. For creating student object, yeah, we must create its type and structure by using class. We must create its type and structure by using class. Comma, we must store its values by using fields. Must store its values by using fields. And we must implement its operations using methods. Must implement its operation by using methods. Full stop. Later, we must create the individual students. Later we must create the individual students HK, BK, RK, comma, etc. by using new keyword, as shown below, Write down this diagram. Yeah, is it completed? Now look at this is the complete diagram. I have to create a class called student. Type and structure, student, state, variables, behaviors, methods. Constructor, block, inner classes are helpers. All these 5 members together we create a class. By writing this class student, who came into picture? Individual student came, or type of the student came? Can you please understand it? Individual student or type of student? Type only we got. Individual student we didn't get it. So for individual student, we need to create instance. Instance is nothing but one memory copy, one copy of memory. Okay. These are instances, nothing but one copy memory. Instance is nothing but one copy memory to store each instance file. Write on this diagram. If completed, let me know. Okay, up to now, whatever I have explained, everything understood? Can you please read all points once? Up to now from first point. Final conclusion, can you write? What is an object, comma, class and instance? What is an object, comma, class and instance? Write down this one. Already I have explained these points in data types chapter, right? Just quick revision I'm giving as a continuation points. Completed? So please read all points from the first point. What is OOP? Abbreviation of the OOP onwards. Read all points once. Okay, we have already created these three objects. Student object we created, employee object we created, bank account object also we created. Did you remember? Data type chapter at end, we have developed programs, right? Okay. And I requested you to read variables chapter complete. Have you completed? Variable chapter fully completed or still pending? Variable chapter fully completed. Yeah, if you complete variable chapter fully, then I can take you to the next topic. Okay, that is methods. Take heading variable and types of variables. Take heading variable and types of variables. There you write refer YouTube videos. Refer variable and types of variables. I mean refer YouTube videos. Next take heading method and types of methods. Method and types of methods. Okay, tomorrow we'll start method and types of methods chapter. Okay. So this chapter is very important chapter. Following by methods, we'll discuss constructor and a lot of things are there. From tomorrow onwards, next coming 10-15 days, very important. Requesting you all don't miss one class also. And next coming classes, there are no videos. Everything is live class. Okay. So don't miss next coming. One week classes, don't miss. Okay. Completed? Anything you can write. Java.util.star you can write. Java.util.scanner. Both are allowed. Okay. Variable notes available in volume 1A textbook. Yeah. Instances, particular object values will be there. If you read variable chapter, you'll understand, buddy. In a new instance, which object values are there? Particular object HK values. Another new instance, particular object BK values are available. It's a, what the meaning of output is invalid? What the error you are getting? Share your error to WhatsApp group. I'll help you. Okay. Thank you all. See you tomorrow. Tomorrow we'll start Maths chapter.